I don't want to know what the picks are, but there are people who do. And there are people who have no problem telling you, who the next pick's going to be before the commissioner has, reached the podium. Yeah, Paul.
If you're a reporter and you find out when a team is on the clock that there's a trade, you don't wait for the commissioner to announce it. You break it, right?
Yeah, Fritzy.
Now, is the average person or the average fan more impressed or upset with someone that ruins it for them when they're kind of just watching and they want to see how it gets revealed and all the drama of that, and they've got their social media up? I guess you can shut your computer off and not look.
But I don't know how to answer that because I don't know what America thinks. I'd want to know what you think.
I would be bothered by that someone would feel a need to beat someone by a couple of seconds for what reason. I'd be more annoyed than, wow, how did he find that out?
But if everybody is dispensing the information at the same time, then you might not go to that Twitter handle or website. And that's what they're trying to do. Everybody's out for themselves. I mean, is it a show? Is it a news event? Yeah, McLovin.
See, I kind of understand. I don't think it's necessarily reporting because when you've done the NBA draft, there's a background system where the pick comes out and then certain things happen. So it's not like guys are in the war rooms and hearing a leak. Basically, I think all the picks published to like an interleague system, right? I mean, you've seen it. Yeah. Doesn't the pick come out before so
yes.
the TV network gets it?
Yes.
I think that's how they're getting tips. So it's not like sleuthing reporting necessarily. I see that argument.
Well, there are some that do some reporting.
Oh, that happens for sure. If that's the case, then definitely. If somebody can get the Browns pick in advance, that's huge.
Yes, Eden.
If it's like the end of one of these reality game shows like American Idol or something, and you know who won 30 seconds before they announced the winner and you tweet it out, you would be seen as a guy who just ruined the TV show. You would be a ruiner. That's essentially what you're doing, 32 times a day for the NFL draft when you tip the pick.
But that's only one pick with American Idol.
Okay, what if you did it every week when you knew who was going to be voted out that week?
Yeah. I don't want to know before. Like McLovin always wants to know the end of a movie before he goes to see the movie.
Well, it's funny Seton says that. There's an industry of spoiling reality shows. There's a big Bachelor website that tells you who's going to win every round, who's going to be the Bachelor 6 months in advance. And Seton's right. People get really mad. They're ruiners or spoilers, you might want to call them. So it does happen. This is not unprecedented.
Yeah, Fritzy.
I would liken it to sitting next to someone that had seen some scary movie before and he's seeing it with you and he's like, watch out, get ready for this, get ready. Like, you don't need that.
But people do that.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's like a terrible thing to do.
Yeah. And you're watching and then somebody says, oh, watch this. I'm watching it. Or you'll have an analyst go, now watch this. Well, what am I supposed to do? It's TV. Like, I'm not closing my eyes. and then watch this. Yeah, it's called TV. That's what you do. Yeah, Paul.
We were watching The Wire, which I've seen the entire series twice, and my wife was watching it with me. And there's some confusing parts of The Wire where you're like, I don't really know. And I'm trying to explain to my wife. She goes, just shut up. I'll figure it out. But then 2 minutes later, she's like, what's happening here? I'm like, it doesn't work that way, because then she's asking me to explain what happened in the scene. So we got like a wire fight the other night.
Yes, McLeod.
What if you get a call, hypothetical, about 3 hours before the draft, and someone says, I can tell you who Cleveland's going to take?
I wouldn't even tell you guys unless you guys promised that you wouldn't tweet it out.
Got it. Yeah. So
no, I would not want to know.
Attitude.
No. The fact that I had intel, I'm stuck on intel for some reason. That word.
We should have a drinking game with that.
Yeah. Okay.
But wait, does it happen where people say, hey, I'm going to tell you, but you can't tell anyone?
No. When somebody inside the Browns organization said, we're going Derek Carr. And so I just sat on. I didn't tell anybody, but, they were going Derek Carr. And then all of a sudden the owner bigfooted, and then they drafted Johnny Manziel. So that was my information that I had.
Browns fans hearing this right now.
The Browns would not be in this situation. Imagine if you're the Browns and you're on the clock and you're going, man, don't got to worry about a franchise quarterback here. Yeah, Paul.
The Browns would have accidentally taken David Carr. They would have somehow messed up Derek Carr.
Yeah,
no offense.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Got a stat of the day. Already did that. A couple other tweets here. Let me get to Ed in Ohio. Hi, Ed. What do you have for me today?
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Good. What do you have?
Good. I heard the Aikman interview, and I thought it was very interesting what he said about Staubach, how he's never passed the football he didn't want to pick up and throw. Because I was at his induction ceremony to the Hall of Fame, like in '85.
Yeah.
And at the halftime of the game, they bring him all out to the middle of the field to wave to the crowd. He comes walking out with the football, waves at the crowd, turns and whips it 50 yards down the sideline to the ball boy racing down the sideline, catches it in the end zone in stride. The place went nuts. I mean, nobody expected it. Nobody knew that was going on. I just thought it was a funny story based on how Aikman done it. Staubach never saw football he didn't want to pick up and throw.
That's a good story. Thank you, Ed. I think Roger Staubach is underrated. Because he had the military commitment and then came out, I think, 27 when he was starting to play. And imagine Roger Staubach in today's game. Because a lot of times it doesn't translate to what a guy did, in the 60s or 70s. Roger Staubach would be even better today. Fascinating player.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.